As of today, the son of the Dagoretti Member of Parliament, Beatrice Elachi, was laid to rest. She was buried in Kajiado. He was buried in Kajiado County. Now, the young man, who goes by the name of Elvis, died due to a road accident. Now, a lot of Kenyans spoke in regards to the passing of the son of Beatrice Elachi. Some of them were even celebrating. But one thing has been revealed, that this young man died in a road accident. Are we together? Apart from him dying in a road accident, now Beatrice Elachi has made some certain statements today in regards to the politicians' children and how politicians are portrayed or looked at in the Republic of Kenya. And let me tell you, if there is somebody that Bwana, I don't know what God will do to these people so that they will understand that uh, not every time you have to be against this, to be against the people of the Republic of Kenya. And let me tell you, if there is a country that respects life, and I mean, they are so sympathetic, is Kenya. President William Ruto won the election because of sympathy. Are we together? So, in an incident like this one that has fallen Beatrice Elachi, Kenyans were supposed to condole with her. They were supposed to mourn with her. But many of them went ahead to remind her of a statement that she used against the Gen Z massacre, what she told the people of Kenya when some of them were being abducted, what she told Kenyans who were saying that life is a living hell in Kenya, when she told them to move out of the country. She feels that uh, Kenya is not good for them. Now, listen, my, I want to read a few comments in regards to what Kenyans are saying before reading our statement. Now, Beatrice Elachi, Crazy Kamban says, Beatrice Elachi needs to just get a break and mourn for God's sake. Stop talking too much, like, just like you are hurting the mothers who lost their kids on the streets are hurting today. They haven't started now. They are about to hit a whole year. So just take a break, please. Uh, RBDTV says, as a country, we have angry youth. We need serious soul searching. Millie Odhiambo says, Kenyan youths have lost humanity after the reaction to the death of Beatrice Elachi's son. And I tell you, you forced these Kenyan youths to lose their souls. The youth of Kenya lost their souls the moment they saw their brothers and sisters being killed in the streets of Nairobi, and nobody stood to defend them. Nobody stood with them. The politicians were all converging in secret rooms, planning on executing more youth. So that's how they lost their soul. People like you, Millie Odhiambo, voted yes on the finance bill. Mm. Muchacha says the most genuine thing Honorable Beatrice Elachi said during her son's burial is, let's learn to pray. Pray before anything. Prayer is the key, and we should all remember to pray. Wamboi BMW anasema, did Miss Elachi soul search when she was telling the uncompromising Gen Zs to leave their motherland because of insisting on accountable government? Did you flinch when you heard speak? I have no remorse for my friend Beatrice. Power got into her head. Rest in peace, Elvis. Another one here says Beatrice Elachi is telling politicians to build real friendships, not just focus on politics. She suggests they call each other, share meals, and talk about personal lives, especially after her son's death showed her the value of support. Let me tell you, God has a way of humbling you. I mean, you can't celebrate seeing somebody lose their kid. We carried our brothers and sisters to the gate of parliament. Our brothers and sisters had been sprayed with bullets. We carried them. We mourned with them. We cried with them. Until today, those wounds can never leave our mind. I mean, those trauma. When we remember on what happened to us on 25th of June 2027, I mean, any Gen Z who was at the front line during that day sheds their tears. Because I tell you, man, I saw a brother with his brain blown out of his head just because of lifting up a billboard saying that remove finance bill. Huh? Bullet was sprayed. Now, when God punishes you, this is I don't think even this is needed to go ahead and, you know, when David sinned, are we together? When David sinned against God, his son committed the most dangerous sin in the land of Israel then. And that sin was the sin of a brother sleeping with a sister. That is when Amnon slept with Tamar. That was a punishment God was giving David for sending uh, one of his loyal soldiers to war in the front line, knowing that the soldier would die because David had hired his beautiful wife and he wanted to marry her. When David realized the mistake he had made, he tore his clothes and went up in the mountain. He prayed, fasted, and called on God. And that is when God heard him and sent Prophet Nathaniel to him, Prophet Nathan to him. So, for Elachi, you sinned with your tongue. You sinned with your actions against the people of the Republic of Kenya. And now God taught you a lesson. When people are saying that karma, so what we are saying is that it's about time that Elachi realizes that this is karma. This is God showing her you are also not, you can't be above the law because you're a member of parliament. You can't be above the law because you serve a dictator, but you are not above me. I am the leveler, and I level you people. I decide who lives and who goes. Are we together? Now that is the lesson that she should learn from this. Hii mambo ya kuambia eti wabunge wenzake tukae chini tupange tukue tukikunywa chai kwa sababu hatuna marafiki hapa Kenya. Yeah, it doesn't make sense. Mutakunywa chai but mutakunywa hata mpange kuua Gen Z mia ngapi. You should now know that you won't be above God. Hata mjifiche kwa shimo gani, your creator is always watching over you and he will punish you. Anasema eti I want to pray for all children of politicians to be protected. Skiza, this is a biased statement already. Na huyu ni mtu ambaye amempoteza mtoto. Do we only have the children of politicians in this country? How many children are of peasants and poor people in this republic? Have you prayed for them? Do you pray for the children of poor uh, constituents of Dagoretti? Do you pray for them? No, you don't. All you can say is let's pray for the children of politicians to be protected. As she goes ahead, I want to remind all politicians that we do not have friends in Kenya today. Listen to that statement. How hooligan can you be? You don't have friends in Kenya, and yet those Kenyans are the ones that elected you into that office to lead them. Bwana, maneno ingine, you know, this woman has not even realized what she has been, what she is going through is because of her actions and her words. The arrogance that comes out of this statement is of another level. Anaendelea kusema let us learn to love ourselves. Let us call ourselves for lunch and meetups and talk about our lives and those of our families because the only friends we have is Jesus. You don't have Jesus as your friend. Wacha kuweka Yesu kwa upumbavu yako. You don't have Jesus as your friend. And for you, who means that analyzing, sometimes we analyze these situations based on emotions. No, this is not emotions. These are facts. How can you tell us that you have friends as Jesus, yet you yourself is biased that you are going to pray for the children and families of politicians? When politicians are who? Those politicians are kept in those places by the voters who are Kenyans. Hmm? I want to read a few comments on what Kenyans are saying. Eneka anasema she is China club back but too late mom. Osborne Degi anasema kidole cha kati. Humphrey anasema war mode activated in 2027 will be messy. Eli Globo anasema jikusanyeni kona yenu basi. Bill Robert anasema Okwonko anasema may God give her wisdom. Mwingine anasema politicians just turned out to be a public enemy. I just wish her a healing heart. Felix Ayera anasema we don't have friends in Kenya yet we are our employer. What does she mean by let's meet and as politicians and have lunch? But wanasema even Jesus is not your friend and he can't associate with murderers. Sure, that is what I have been telling her. Ni maneno ya Wakenya. Wewe maoni yako ni yapi? Achia comment kwenye comment section, tungane katika video zetu zijazo. Usisahau kusubscribe in the Kenyan Daily Report.